Now let's get into their actual things, typings and abilities and stuff. Fire Dragon is the VOW one, obviously. The Nexus Hydreigon is Electric Dragon, obviously. And then the Mega one, I'm gonna include pictures of the Flygons. I didn't really do a size comparison, but yeah, here, look at the Flygons from the Flygon episode. Not the Bond Flygon or the Primal Flygon. They're not here, just the two Megas. Because they happen to be right next to my Mega Hydreigon in the lineup, so I was like, sure, I'm gonna be a little lazy, we'll just include them here. And then here, sure, I can give a little Easter egg to tease their size comparisons. Mega, the Desert King is huge, and then there's Normal Flygon, there's tiny Mega Flygon X that's all buggy and dragony. But anyways, yes, and then Mega Hydreigon is Dragon Ice, and it has Frosty Reactor. I couldn't think of a good name for its Mega Stone. Hydrite sounds okay. Hydreigonite. That might be too wordy. That was the first one I thought of, so I put that. But I put that back because I liked it the least. And let's talk about their abilities now, and then we'll go into their bond moves, and then I'll end the video. Their abilities: Turbo Fuel, which is akin to Reshiram's Turbo Blaze. Of which, by the way, I'm not getting into that in this video, but just like Bolt Strike and Blue Flare, I adjusted their signature moves and abilities so that Reshiram and Zekrom can stand out from Bond Pokemon, so that they're not just copy-paste the same thing. So, it just shares a name with Reshiram and Zekrom's abilities. It is held by VOW White Hydreigon, granting user Levitate status. That way it still keeps its levitating effect and not being hit by ground moves. Not only that, but when hit by fire, Dark or Dragon move attacks, no damage is taken, and it heals them. And strengthens their moves. So it's like uber flash fire. And Dark type attacks by the user always do stab damage because it loses its Dark typing. That way it gives it a technical third typing. A lot of the Bond, if you hadn't noticed a pattern, a lot of the Bond abilities are going to be that way. Essentially giving them a third typing without the weaknesses. And it gives... It gives them stab damage, blah, blah, blah. Volt Leech, basically the same thing for Nexus Hydreigon when hit by electric. Except instead of fire, it's electric. And then same with Frosty Reactor, except it's ice instead of fire or electric, right? Because... well, to be fair, Kyurem has a crappy ability. It's just pressure. And then when it is white or black Kyurem, it just takes Reshiram and Zekrom's abilities. So I wanted to give it... So I just made Frosty Reactor to be basically the equivalent of the fire and electric ones. Maybe the one dragon... back when it was all three fused together, maybe it had Frosty Reactor. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, now let's go on to their bond moves. Jolt Rush, which is an upgrade of Dragon Rush, which is the physical... I wanted to make both a physical and special dragon move to be upgraded for Hydreigon. And basically it gets the same thing. It causes electric and dragon... It's like Flying Press, too. It causes electric and dragon damage. However, it's slightly different in that it will take priority, unlike Flying Press, which is just fighting and flying together. And I haven't played around with this idea yet, but I would like to see more attacks that do that as well. I'm surprised Game Freak hasn't done that, honestly. It's a very unique thing that hasn't happened since X and Y and outside of Flying Press. It's a really... cool idea that should be explored in future games. But yes, basically it's just stronger with a higher accuracy, Dragon Rush, and then there's a fire equivalent. There's the description. If attacking a ground or fairy opponent who are immune to electric dragon, then it's monotyping. But water, there's examples there if you want to read them. Alright, okay, fine, I'll read them. I won't be lazy with this. I'm just trying to hurry and not waste time. Dragon Rush, but 120 power, 20% chance to flinch like Dragon Rush, 20% chance to paralyze, 95 accuracy, causes electric and dragon damage, and takes priority over one move over the other in an instance of immunity or resistance. So if it's a ground, if you're attacking a ground type, then it's just a mono dragon type move. If you're attacking a fairy type, then it's an electric type move. That's the idea. But if you were attacking a fairy ground type Pokemon, which I don't think is a thing yet, then the enemy would be completely immune to it, obviously. Or in the case if they're weak against it, like a water type, then it would be electric priority. Or if it was a dragon type, then it'd be dragon priority. Right? That kind of idea. Same with Blitz Rush, it's just the fire equivalent. And then Try Heaven's Meteor, which is an upgrade of Draco Meteor. It's basically taking Tri-Attack and combining it with the Draco Meteor was the idea there. Because it can learn Tri-Attack, but who the hell uses Tri-Attack? It's very weak. I mean, it's cool, it's just very weak. And honestly, that could have been a move they upgraded back in XY along with Flying Press to do fire, electric, ice damage. That would give it a lot more usability instead of making it just normal typing. But anyways, yes, it has the same, I believe it's a 30% chance to do one of those. I can't remember, but I felt like 30 was... It is a fair... I feel like 30 is a decent balance. It's not too powerful, but it's not too weak either. And then it does 130 power, so it's... Is that how much Draco Meteor does? It's either a weaker Draco Meteor, but with more effects, or it's the same amount of damage. I can't remember. And if opponent is weak to fire, then the move becomes fire type. So it's like... It also kind of incorporates Genesec's Techno Blast attack. Well, okay, kind of, sort of. Not really, because you have to equip the discs on it. But I'm thinking of Pokemon Masters Genesect, my apologies. It will become fire type if you attack someone that's weak to fire moves. If the opponent is weak to electric moves, then Try Heaven's Meteor becomes an electric type. If the opponent is weak to ice, then it does that. Otherwise, if they're not weak to either of those three types, like Fighting type isn't weak to fire, electric, or ice, then it's just a Dragon type move. And it's not taking priority like the Dragon Rush equivalents. It's just changing itself to that typing for the corresponding typing. That sounds like it'd be a little complicated to program, but in a cool, great world where this is possible, that's how I would handle it. So that's it. That's the two Bond Hydreigons and Mega Hydreigon. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you're enjoying this series. Well-winded. I certainly am enjoying this. I'm having fun getting all my brainage out there and sharing my ideas. I think it's really fun. It's just really fun. It's a change of pace from just playing video games. It's allowing my creative juices to flow, my artistic juices to flow, which I haven't done in a long time. I used to really not a big artist. Let's see what word this popped into my head. I wasn't a famous artist or anything, but I used to be good at it, at least. That's what people told me at the very least. And at the very least, I deeply enjoyed being an artist and drawing and all sorts of stuff. So this is really helping me get back into that kind of groove, and I'm really enjoying this series so far, and I hope you are too. With that said, thank you so much for watching! If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. Heck, if you have ideas for a favorite Pokemon you want to see get a Bond, Mega, or Primal form, let me know that in the comments too. Maybe I've already done it. Oh, who knows? That said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and reading. And until next time, whatever it is I may do, I hope to see you then. Farewell! Pokemon